Hello, 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 did you hear the news? Nagash is coming. And what better way to prepare for the Lords of the End Times DLC and celebrate the Total War Warhammer legacy than returning to where it all began. Hold on to your Warhammers, praise whichever pantheon you subscribe to. We're delving into the old world with the one, the only, Mannfred von Carstein. Look, I know, I get it, I do, chill yourselves, Mannfred's not Carl. But Carl's not one of Nagash's Mortarchs, and we thought with the great necromancer on his undead way, now would be a good time to take a look at all things vampiric. I'm Will, lead content producer here at Creative Assembly, and this is More War.
Nagash was weak! Witness true power!
It's turn 9, we're playing on hard, and I'm running a few self-imposed rules. For a start, no monsters, no ghosts, no ghouls, just undead. Apart from Gary. Gary's a good egg. To accommodate this rule, second armies should be helmed by necromancers or vampires, and we can't recruit Banshee heroes. They freak me out. To continue the theme, we're planning on ignoring the Dowie and the Greenskins, as long as they ignore us, which, I mean, they won't, but, you know. Look, we don't got no stunty zombies or skelly boys in our armies. Only men. So that's where we're focused. The Empire. First though, let's finish off Tempelhof.
Yes.
This won't be a tough battle, though those bats are doing surprisingly well against my zombies. I'm probably doing something wrong there, so I'll use the time to talk about our goal, which is to overwhelm Altdorf with a zombie apocalypse. Nice and simple, but is it achievable? Or more specifically, is it achievable by me? Look, I don't make the games, I make montages.
Now you serve me!
I have one and only one rule, apart from the ones that I've already mentioned. The rule of cool. So give me spectacle or give me death. And that quite aptly describes my other rule. If Mannfred dies, it's game over, man. So those are the stakes. Altdorf or bust. And along the way, we'll learn a thing or two about old Mannfred and his role in the end times. So how to make a zombie horde work. First, we're going to focus on Mannfred's skills. Unliving Host and Walking Dead are no-brainers, of course, and did I intend that pun? No, I didn't. And beyond those, we'll focus mostly on his spells and making him very, very sturdy. Blue line, my beloved. Not this time. Technology-wise, we're focusing on the Book of Archon because, well, it's basically custom-made for what we need. The Necronomicon and the Bestiary are pretty much no-goes, but the Book of Blood's going to be handy to raise more armies. Building-wise, we'll focus on growth until our settlements are max level, then we'll turn our provinces into magic-producing powerhouses. As for armies, I think I'll allow myself cavalry and grave guards because they fit the theme, so I guess we'll be working towards a mausoleum. Well, that's the housekeeping sorted, where to go next? With the Dowie and the Greenskins breathing down our necks, it's probably not a good idea to start a war with Stirland. But rules be rules. Perhaps Vlad will be my friend if I join his war. Well, not right now, obviously. Soon. Soon. We've preparations to make in the meanwhile. Undead to raise. Nagash was weak, eh, Mannfred? Is that why you helped resurrect him during the battle at 9 Demons? Well, that's part of it, isn't it? Our lovable, oh-so-huggable Mannfred didn't believe in Archon's mission to thwart the rise of the Chaos Gods. Not in its entirety, anyway. No, Mannfred wanted power. More aptly, he wanted absolute power over his own fate. To never be a thrall, to never bow to another's will. So, resurrect weakling Nagash, pinch his powers, rule forevermore as God King, and do away with that annoying chaos problem. That was the plan at least, eh pal? Personally, I don't think you become the Mortarch of Night if life's gone exactly how you planned it to. Take this Stirland general, Albric what's-his-face. He tried his darndest, but sometimes a necromancer rocks up looking for wills to dominate. You can't plan for that. That's life. Or rather, that's death. Not to spoil the whole thing, but going head to head with Karl won't be the last time Mannfred has friction with one of the Empire's biggest names. Let's just say Mr. von Carstein's not keen on being an understudy. Of course, that's the official story, but in Total War, maybe Mannfred disposes of Karl Franz in a Reichland forest. Maybe Mannfred gets everything he ever wanted. Maybe, but not today. What I'm finding with an entirely chaff-based army is that I'm struggling against the Empire's wealth of ranged units. Especially ranged cav. I've nothing to counter ranged cav. Except Gary. He's a good egg. At the moment I'm throwing a zombie horde at the front lines and flanking the edges with my skeletons, but the losses are immense. I'm basically rebuilding my armies after every battle. But we've wounded Karl, so it's not all doom and gloom. It's turn 20, and though we sent Karl packing, it's exacted a price. Our necromancer's dead, but you know, he's probably not all too upset about that. We've replaced him with Vlad, and we're going to replenish the old armies. Look at all those tasty, tasty units we can raise. Cursed my rules. Despite Altdorf being so very close, there are a few obstacles between us and the zombie apocalypse. The former residents of Woodbad aren't particularly happy, and they're on their second rebellion, that's with the taxes turned off the little blighters. So Vlad and our new vampire lord are on their way to crush some human hopes and dreams. Good luck, lads. Also on our boundaries are two different green-skinned tribes, neither one particularly enamoured with us, and further afield the Bloody Spears, our diplomatic enemies, are getting a bit stronger. I've still got hopes that the Zufbar dwarfs are going to hold them off, but they're not particularly sweet on us either. Nor's Karak Kadrin. It feels like a dam's going to break sooner or later. Hopefully we'll have made it to Altdorf by then. Karl's back for round 2, and he's hiding in a forest. This time we've got Black Knights, so that'll keep the pistoliers off our backs for a while. And Vlad's here. Double vampiric trouble. Good luck, Karl. The Prince of Men is recovering from yet another humiliation, but this time we're on his doorstep. I'd rather not give him too long to recover, but I do like the idea of 3 full stacks of shambling undead shuffling through the streets of Altdorf. We'll give it another couple turns to replenish, then we'll go knocking on Karl's door. So no one's home. I've got to admit, it's not exactly what we wanted. I mean, the garrison's decent enough, and we're only a 3 stack of chaff units, but I envisioned glorious carnage.
Impress me.
I mean, we've left a third rebellion in Woodbad to fester for this, and the Empire can't even be bothered to turn up. Okay, you know what? Let's fast forward a little bit, see if we can coax the little princeling out of hiding. Right, there we are. It cost us, quite a lot, and none of my armies are at full health, but, we suffer for our art, I guess. Never mind, it'll all be worth it in the end. Times. Not to make excuses, but I've already screwed the pooch here. I should have led with my zombie army, sicked them on the gates and the walls, used them to soak up the ammo and whatnot. Instead, I went in with Mannfred's army, and now, well, Gary's bashed one of the gates down, he's a good egg, but there were halberds on the other side, so, you know, gotta protect Gary. So at this point, I genuinely don't have a good plan, and I'm telling myself that's thematic. I mean, zombie hordes are mindless after all. I suppose we're trying to overwhelm with numbers and the east side's our pressure point, but when you're outmatched by nearly every unit matchup, pushing through's a slog. A costly, costly slog. Despite my uncharacteristic lack of foresight, we're making some good progress. Good egg Gary's heading towards their seemingly infinite, annoying backlines, and for every one of our units taken off the board, another one comes shambling onto the field. It's a full-blown war of attrition, like any good zombie movie. The Black Knights have entered play. Surely we'll make good use of these. Just like concentrating our entire zombie reinforcements on a single wall won't come back to bite us in the arse. Obviously. Mannfred and Gary lead the charge into the middle, and we try to bring the full force of our remaining army to bear. Now's the time to use the Black Knights to... oh, they've been decimated. I knew we'd used them wisely. No matter, Mannfred and Gary are holding their own, it's just a matter of time until... Gary! Oh, and Mannfred. Well, that's not ideal. Now, technically, by my own rules, we've just lost. Mannfred's dead, and the dream dies with him. Nah, but Vlad's still alive, and I'm inventing a new rule. If we kill Carl, we can call it a draw. Because technically, it'll be 3-1 to us on the wounded count, and that sounds like victory to me. Besides, we might still overrun Altdorf. I mean, it's not looking good. Vlad's basically alone and our zombie horde's still a while away. Can he kill Carl and hold his own against the Empire's finest? Prob's not. A little hexing, a little healing seems only fair given the odds. Come on, Vlad. Make Nagash proud. Oh, here come the zombies, but can they actually help? I think we needed them 10 minutes ago. What idiot had them trying to climb a wall for 10 minutes?
Life ends.
Oh, Carl's on the run. If only he weren't running through a barrage of bloody bullets. Come on. Come on. Come on. Yes! Vlad the Chad's only gone and bloody done it. Against all odds, Carl takes a third defeat, and Vlad goes softly into the ever after. Sleep well, you champ. Predictably, a zombie horde without a leader doesn't last long, and the Night of the Living Dead is squashed. Like the end of all good zombie movies, the light of humanity persists. Oh. Unfortunately for the Empire, we can save scum, so I know what to do differently next time. Mission kind of accomplished? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe the real zombie apocalypse is the Carls we killed along the way. Speaking of Carl, tune in to Josh's Total War streams Tuesdays and Thursdays. Sometime soon he'll be stepping into the shoes of the Prince and Emperor to basically do the opposite of what I've just done. Thanks for watching, and remember, Nagash was weak, and you've just witnessed true power.